Today I'm doing the mummy tag video. I got the questions from Kerry's blog, which is osoamelia.com, and I love her blog. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link to her blog down below. But I thought the questions were quite fun, and I do get asked a few of these questions often about life with a baby and things that happen being a mum. So let's get started. The first question is, are you a stay-at-home mum or a working mum? I am a stay-at-home mum. Number 2, would you have it any other way? Absolutely not. I love staying with James and watching him develop, and I don't know how I would cope if I had to go out of the house every day and leave him. I'm quite emotional about this because I don't think I can be far away from him for too long. I know that this will change and, you know, he will become more independent from me, but I think being a stay-at-home mum is the best thing for both of us at the moment. Number 3, do you co-sleep? No, we don't, and we never did, but for no other reason than the fact that he slept really well in his Moses basket and then he took quite well to his cot. But occasionally he does come on the bed with us if he's been particularly unsettled in the night and I'm tired of going back and forth to the cot. So I will give up and then put him on the bed with us, and when he was tiny as well, I used to put him on the bed with us. We don't co-sleep, and I'm quite glad of that because it would be a difficult habit, I think, to try and change. Number 4, what is your one must-have item for your baby? I would have to say it's the baby monitor we have, which is the BT Light Show. I can't remember the number of it, it's actually there, but it's just the best invention ever. I would not be able to get anything done or to even leave his room if I didn't have a video monitor that I could keep an eye on him and see what he's doing when he's napping, when he's sleeping. It gives us peace of mind. We can see him, we can hear him, and if he needs us, we'll be there straight away. And I don't have to worry about, can I hear him? Will I hear him if he cries? Or if I fall asleep? I always have the monitor on in the night as well next to me, so when he cries, I usually hear him in the monitor first because I can hear sort of like the moving around before the crying starts, and that usually helps as well to settle him back to sleep because he doesn't have to be completely unsettled. I go in the moment that I can hear him fussing a bit, so I don't know what we would do without a baby monitor. Number 5, how many kids do you plan on having? I've always wanted 3 children for some reason. I think because I'm one of 3 children and my husband is one of 3 as well, so kind of want to replicate what you had growing up. But nowadays I think I'd be happy with just 2. Definitely want more than 1 because I want James to have a sibling. So if I'm blessed with the chance of having another child, then I think I would love to have 2, possibly 3, but I think I want the third one, if I do end up having 3, a bit further on. Number 6, date night. How many nights per month? None. We enjoy informal, casual date nights at home, where we cook meals to each other and just have a glass of wine, watch something nice on the telly and enjoy cozy, snuggly time on the sofa. But going out of the house at the moment and leaving James is tricky because we live quite far away from both our sets of parents and family and friends, so we don't really have anyone to babysit family wise, because that's what I would like, is to leave James with someone from my family. So no date nights for us going out without James, but I suppose that will change. It's not going to be forever, and it's, you know, you make up for it with other things. And you just have to make a point of spending time with each other, baby-free time, and not talking about baby stuff. Sort of keep the spark in the marriage. Number 7, what's your child's favourite show? James is 7 months old, so he's only just starting to enjoy TV and to kind of understand what's going on in the shows. But his favourite show is Tiny Beats on baby TV. It's these 3 little, I think they're 3 little ants that move around finding different sounds and then linking them to what's making the sound, and he loves it. There's something about it that he loves. I think he's a very musical baby anyway. He loves music and he gets very drawn to any kind of beat or music on the telly or in real life. His daddy plays the piano, so you know, he's constantly exposed to music. It's the only show that he watches all the way through, so that's his favourite at the moment. But he's also kind of starting to enjoy Billy and Bam Bam. which is really nice because I like Billy and Bam Bam as well. Number 8, name one thing you bought before you had your baby and never ended up using. I don't think there's anything. There's one thing, and I can see it right in front of me there, and it's the Tommy Tippy Nappy Sangenic, I think it's called Sangenic nappy disposal system. It is like a little bin that you put the nappies in and you twist it, and it sort of like locks and seals the smell. And when I was pregnant, I thought that was going to be the most useful thing ever, to not have the smell of nappies in his room. But to be honest, when you're changing your baby's nappy, I think those nappy bags end up everywhere and anywhere, and they just get picked up throughout the day and thrown outside in the wheelie bin. I just never used it. It's too much of a hassle, too much of a faff. You've got to put the nappy in and then roll the thing, and then when it gets full, you've got to empty it and change the cartridge and buy new cartridges, which can be expensive, when you can just simply throw them in a regular bin, and then from there goes into your outside bin. In my opinion, that kind of nappy system bin is the biggest waste of money. It is not necessary. It makes little difference and yeah, I just never used it. At the moment, it's open as a normal bin. I'm using the container as a bin, but the actual top of it with the system, I don't even know where it's gone. Number 9, what's your child's favourite food? James loves carrot, he loves pear and mango. So I think these 3 are his favourite foods. But out of the 3, I'd say pear is his most favourite. He just eats it, and he doesn't even complain if he has 2 or 3 fruit pots of it, and just loves it, absolutely loves it. Number 9, how many cars does your family have? Just the one. Number 11, weight gain before pregnancy, during and after and now. Weight gain before pregnancy, I don't really know how I would document that, because that's my whole life. But I've never been overweight. I've always been normal weight. Not really sure. I just think I've always been average. You know, as an adult, I've been around the 47 to 49 to 50 kilograms. During pregnancy, I think I put on about 20 pounds, 25 pounds, something like that. And I think in the first week I lost about 15 pounds. In the second week I'd lost all of the weight pretty much, apart from another 5 pounds. By the end of the second month, definitely I'd lost all of the baby weight. Although your body changes, and you know, you can see that it's not as toned as it used to be. Not that it was toned, but it loses a bit of that sort of stretchiness, and everything becomes a bit saggier. And I haven't actually had the time to exercise properly, so you know, the body doesn't look exactly the same, and I think you come to terms with that. I certainly had to, because it's a very minute thing in the grand scheme of things, but as a woman it can affect you, and it did affect me sometimes, and it still does. And I think I just gave myself time to get to terms with it. Some days I feel worse about it, other days I don't really care that much, but yeah, that's the reality of life after pregnancy. For a woman, you will change, and you've got to come to terms with it. Number 12, dream holiday with your kids. We love cruising, and I would love to take James on a cruise with us. I don't know if it's going to be the easiest and the most pleasant experience, but it will be different. Hopefully James can enjoy, and we can enjoy it as well, and not just stress over everything and anything. But yeah, I think I'd love to try a cruise with James. Number 14, how has your life changed since your baby has been born? Oh, my life has changed upside down completely, and but I think the changes are only for the better, because I've always wanted a family, and this is the life I wanted. It is a big shock, and you've got to adapt to it, and you've got to get used to it and give yourself time to get used to it. But it's changed for the better. Our lives stopped becoming so selfish and all about us, and it became more about James and this new human being that is everything to us and that we love more than anything in the world. And I think it's made me and my husband much more patient, and just appreciative of the little things in life, and appreciative of the blessings and the everyday things. And yeah, I think our lives changed us as people more than anything. But in terms of our routine, it's just it's not even worth saying what's changed, because everything has changed and very little stayed the same. But I think it's just the best thing ever, and we love it. Despite the difficulties, it's the best thing that's ever happened to us. Number 15, finish the sentence. It makes my heart melt to see. It makes my heart melt to see James and his daddy having fun, because it's just the cutest thing ever. I love it when they both sit at the piano and James just bashes the key, and I love seeing Matthew's proud face looking at him and just enjoying seeing him, you know, doing the things that he enjoys as well. And I like seeing them on the playmat, or seeing Matthew feed him or put him to sleep, or seeing James throw himself at Matthew when he sees him. It's just these little moments just make my heart, they make my heart melt so much, and I love it. Number 16, where do you shop for your kids? My favourite shop for baby clothes and things is actually Boots. They do amazing baby boy clothes. I just love it. The Mini Club brand, love it. They've got great fit, great range of everything, very sort of like my style of what I like for James. We also buy a lot of his stuff in Tesco because it's our local shop and it's just convenient to have it, and they do stock quite a lot of great baby stuff, not just clothes but baby necessities, you know, like bottles and formula and nappies and toys and everything. So to be completely honest with you, the two places where I've bought most stuff for James for would be Boots baby section and Tesco. Online, I like John Lewis. It's my favourite place to buy anything and everything, not just baby. They do amazing deals, they sell everything, they price match, they deliver quickly, they have great customer services. So yeah, these three places. Number 17, favourite makeup and skincare products. Well, I could spend all day here if I were to talk about that, but I do have several videos and blog posts talking about my favourite makeup and skincare products, and I will try and link them below. But basically I'd say skincare at the moment, being a mum, anything that's quick. So Lizzo Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser to take off my makeup, which is very quick, and then a pack of makeup wipes for those days when you just can't be bothered. I like the Johnson's one for just like making yourself look presentable very quickly. A foundation, any foundation that has a decent amount of coverage. L'Oreal 24 Hours Matte, I think it's called, foundation is one of my favourites. A good concealer to hide those sleepless nights. I like Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum concealer and corrector. They are amazing. And a blusher to give you a pop of colour on your cheeks, and I like MAC blushes in general. Number 18, Huggies or Pampers. I'm not a big Huggies or Pampers user, but we do use more Pampers than Huggies. We have used lots of Pampers nappies, but I don't think I've ever bought anything from Huggies. Number 19, have you always wanted kids? I've got to say, I've always wanted a family, but when I was a teenager in my early 20s, I wanted a career more than I wanted kids. And it was just this thought in my mind that I wanted to have like a city life and be very professional, successful, and, you know, wear a suit to work and all this and that, which is completely the opposite of what I want now in my life. So if you're in your early 20s or in your teens, do think about a wide variety of things that you might want, because you might change your mind. I didn't even notice that I changed my mind. It wasn't like one day to the next I'd noticed, yeah, I want kids now. It was just a gradual change. When I met my husband, made me realise that I actually wanted a family, and I actually wanted to be a mum, and I wanted, you know, all the things that I thought I didn't want. I don't think I would have been very happy just having this high-powered life that I thought I wanted now, and I'm so happy in the life that I have right now. So yeah. And lastly, number 20, the best part about being a mum. I would say it's watching your little child every single day grow and develop, and just turning from this tiny little newborn baby into a more not so newborn anymore, a baby and a little boy, and just growing and knowing that you're an essential part of his life, and you're a big reason why he's doing that. So I think the sort of like the reward of being a mum is seeing your child grow and develop. And I think that's the best part, is sharing in these tiny little moments that happen in your baby's life, you know, the little laughs, the firsts, all the firsts. It's definitely not all great. I think I might make a video about the not so great parts of being a mum, because it's very common that people talk about all the great things about being a mum, but there are things that aren't great, that aren't easy, that aren't pleasant. It's not all great, but there is a lot of greatness in being a mum, and I have found myself being a mum. I'm a different person and I love being a mum. So I think that's the end of the tag. I will tag a few mummies that I watch here on YouTube. I'll tag Laura from Belle's Boutique, Alex from Bump to Baby, and Rebecca from Mrs. Meldrum, and any of you that want to do this tag. I think it's a really good fun tag, and there was great questions there that I get asked a lot, so that's good that I've answered all of these questions. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you have more questions, leave them on the comments below, or just ask me on social media. All of my links are in the description box below this video. Hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!